Why that's your
श्री वृंदावन बिहार लाल की जय। प्रेम से बोलो श्री कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की जय। This evening, all of us are present here to celebrate the birth of Bhagwan Shree Krishna. And in a few moments, each and every one of us will have that opportunity to place a little bit of chandan, to aarti, to place flowers onto the lotus feet of our baby Krishna as he will lie in his palna. And we will all be in a joyous mood for Bhagwan Shree Krishna states in Bhagavad Gita devotees. It is how you come to me, so I come to you. So this evening, my friends, I want each and every one of you, when you go to that palna, smile, put the purifying. If you're here with your family, go together with your family to rock baby Shri Krishna. As this evening we gather that, Lord, you are Jagat Guru, you are the Guru of the entire universe. And so today, it is definitely a grace, a blessings for us all to be into satsang. And so we pray together. In one voice, we chant Omkar. Namaste, Namaste. excitement is within our hearts. That Prabhu, when your Basuri is sung, the song that emits into the atmosphere, makes all the gopis, the kavals, forget all of their problems and run to see where that Basuri sound is coming from. For Prabhu, they know that your presence is there. They forget their worries, they forget their problems, they forget to even eat. Because Prabhu Krishna is present there. Devotees, close your eyes. Imagine Bhagavan Shri Krishna is standing before you, playing the Basuri as you listen to the song of the Basuri. Govinda Govinda Hare Murari, Govinda Govinda Mukunda Krishna, Govinda Govinda Ratanga Pane, Shree Krishna Govinda Namo Namastute, Shree Krishna Govinda Namo Namostute. Vrindavan ka Krishna Kanhaiya, sabki aankhon ka tara. first and foremost, permit me to say a very cordial pranam sitaram to each and every one of you joining us into our beautiful satsang here this morning, this afternoon, this evening, as we celebrate Shree Krishna Janamasthami. So for those of you who weren't here when I started puja this evening, I want to say Shree Krishna Janamasthami to every one of you, meaning Happy Krishna Janamasthami, and devotees. And if Bhagwan is present in each and every one of us, then it is also our birthdays as well. Because if God dwells within our hearts, and today we're celebrating Bhagwan Shri Krishna ka janma hai, then devotees, therefore, it is also a day for us to celebrate. And how do we celebrate, devotees? We celebrate in excitement. We celebrate with joy. We celebrate, devotees, this evening. So many of you would have brought prasadam and get dressed and prepare yourself. And I must say, Kya hua, look how beautiful all of you look in the mandir here today. Right? So that you definitely, devotees, you're coming to celebrate, occasional mood, and as such, that all of us can enjoy this great celebration. So let me take this opportunity to say a humble swagatam, pranam, sitaram to each and every one of you, and that you've made the time to come into beautiful satsang. Today, devotees, definitely, it gives me great pleasure to sit with our lovely daughter as she is sitting to perform puja to Bhagwan Shri Krishna with her, her beautiful mother as well. And so beautiful, devotees, that this puja would have been done, and how blessed you are today, child, that you get two pandits sitting on each side of you to provide recitation of the mantras and to grace you darshan and blessings. So God's grace and blessings. And devotees, for those of you who do not know our lovely child, she is also a very, very famous dancer too. So I think she deserves a great round of applause. Right? She is like when Bhagwan Krishna plays the basuri, right? Everybody starts to dance. So I thought I was looking at you when Basuri Wala was doing this basuri, if you could get up and dance, but we see that, right? So I must say that it is so beautiful to sit with you to perform puja. Devotees, to those of you who are joining us and to the various platforms that is available, I also want to say Happy Krishna Janamasthami to you. May you and your extended family also just venturing this time to be part of satsang with us. I want you to know that may that divine Lord Bhagwan Shri Krishna also extend his blessings to the entire family of each and every one of you. Thank you for gracing us the opportunity to come into your homes this evening, and all of us can sit so beautifully for satsang. And that being said, devotees, here I must say thank you to Pandit Krishna Ji to also being at the mandir here this evening and to get us all ready and prepared so that today's puja and all of that could have been done in the most efficient format that is possible. So Baba, thank you so much. God's grace and blessings upon you as well. And devotees, now that we're celebrating this mood, I also want to say that Bhagwan Krishna, he's called Jagat Guru. He is the Guru of the entire universe. And at this particular moment, two famous texts are being read. One is called the Bhagavatam, and number two is the Bhagavad Gita. These are the two most famous texts that we're all going to be listening. So tonight, my friends, I'm so privileged to take this opportunity to put both of them and compile them together so you can have a little bit of Bhagavatam and you can have a little bit of the Bhagavad Gita. And so here, devotees, it says that before I start, I said Bhagwan Krishna, he's called Jagat Guru. He is that universal Guru. And it says that, devotees, when Bhagwan Krishna Leela has been going on, it says that Sri Vedvyasji, he wanted to depict the stories of Bhagwan Shri Krishna. For those of you who knows the katha of Bhagwan Shri Krishna, you know that, devotees, his katha, whenever you look at his leelas, it always puts a smile on your face. Isn't that true? Lord Krishna, devotee, everything that you see a child and that is incorporated into a child's life, and that is incorporated even in an adult's life, devotees incorporated from Bhagwan Shri Krishna. You know, when a child is chul and a biye baranti, that was Krishna. Right? Sati, when you just pull me here, that is Krishna. Right? So, all of that is Shree Krishna. You see, my friends? So, Bhagwan Shree Krishna, devotees, he not only come into this world and was born as somebody's child, but also, devotees, he also lived his life as a child would to parents, as a child would to his friends, or, as a child would, devotees, in a community, as a child would go to mandir and satsang. So Nicholas, I hope you're paying attention to me. My godson, my friends, I haven't seen him for a while, but today it is so beautiful. Where's my goddaughter is here too. There, both of them are there. So let's give them a round of applause as well to be at the satsang today. And devotees, all of these things can happen to us because, my friends, Bhagwan Shree Krishna, he comes on this earth, and Ved Vyasji, he noted this, and he wanted to, devotee, expound, so that all of us could have a part of Bhagwan Shree Krishna within ourselves. But in order to compile the Katha of Bhagwan Shree Krishna, he needs to find somebody to write it down. Right? And you know who the author was, devotees? Ganapati Bhagwan, Ganeshji. And devotees, so Vedyasji, he worshipped Ganapati, and when Ganapati appeared before him, he says that, devotees, Ganapati says, well, you want me to write the scriptures of Shree Krishna Chandra Bhagwanji, but how am I supposed to write it? I have a pen. So devotees, so Vedyasji says, but you are the remover of obstacles. You are the remover of difficulties, impediments. And you are the giver of wisdom. So use your wisdom and get rid of the impurities. Right? So what did Ganapati do? He broke his tusk. This will be the reason why, when you look at the murti of Ganeshji, devotee, how much tusk do you see he has? Only one. So he broke his tusk, and devotees grinding the leaves. Devotees, that now would have made the ink. And he uses tusk, and he started to write. As Ved Vyasji is narrating the story of the Bhagavatam, and devotees, the Bhagavad Gita is being narrated. And so here, my friends, now that all of us know all of this, he says that according to the Bhagavad Mahapuran, it says that devotees, Mother Earth was going through turmoils. If you think that this that we're living in is bad times, devotees, it was 10 times worse than this that Mother Earth was going through. Disease, famine, he was going through, devotees, wars. All of these things was happening, and Mother Earth could not bear it anymore. Look at this earth, devotees. How much things does this earth give to us? And on top of it, mom never ever, devotees, forsake her children. So he says that Mother Earth was going through all of this, and she's bearing the burdens of the evil, devotees, that is placed by the individual whose name was Kams and Narkasu. Two evil. You see, devotees say, when trouble comes to you, now one trouble you get, plenty years you end up with. And it says here that Narkasur and Kams, devotees, they were demons from hell. And devotees, it says that, it says that they would create so much destruction on this earth that if you think, devotees, that Putin bad this time, you see Putin from Russia, all this war we create, he is nothing compared to, devotees, to what comes and Narkasur would have done. And here, devotees, says that when difficulties occurs in our lives, he says, what does the children of God do? They go and started to pray. This is what we must do when problems come. And here, he says that Bhagwan, devotee Sri Vishnu Bhagwan, in keeping to his promise to his children, to eradicate the evilness of this earth, devotees, he says that Bhagwan Sri Krishna, in keeping to his promise, devotees, this is what he did. Verses 7 and 8 of the Srimad Bhagavad Gita, devotees, where Krishna himself spoke these beautiful words. bhavati bharata abhyutanam dharmasya tadatmanam sujamyam. Govinda Govinda And verses number 7, Bhagavan promises this. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhyuta nama dharmasya tadatmanam sujayam. The devotees, he says, devotee, look how beautiful Bhagavan is. Look at what prayers can do to us when we pray, devotees. Here Bhagavan is saying that whenever and wherever, two words, whenever and wherever. Now doesn't that cover everywhere? If it's whenever, anytime, and wherever is any place. See? So when a person tells you that there are particular time to pray, say no. Just say to him, you know, read the scripture, he says, Yada yada hi dharmasya. See, devotees, so repeat it. Yada yada hi dharmasya. Glanir bhavati bharata. You know who Bharata is? Bharata is the place. Anywhere. He says here, the devotees, he says that whenever and wherever there is a decline in dharma, You know what dharma mean? When good doesn't exist in the world. He says that when evil is running every corner, and you see all of this is happening in this world, devotees, when adharma presents itself, devotees, Bhagwan would always lift us up. When you see adharmic principles are happening, evil things are going on, Bhagwan, this is why, devotees, tonight, all of you are in satsang. This is where you're lifting yourself. And here it is saying that, it says that whenever there's a decline of religious practice in my kingdom, in this Bharata, in this land, that be certain that I shall take birth and free the world of its difficulties. As a promise from God. And here, devotees, he says here, Arjun, who is sitting in this battlefield, devotees, Bhagavan Krishna is giving him this revelation. And what he says, Arjun says, but Prabhu, who are you going to protect? Who are you coming on this land to protect? And devotees, when Lord Krishna starts to speak, Arjun clasps his hand before Bhagavan Shri Krishna. Devotees, it says in the Bhagavatam, he says tears is flowing from Arjuna's eyes the more Bhagavan Shri Krishna preaches. And so he says here, Krishna Gopal Hari Deen Dayal the devotees, Bhagavan Krishna come for the protection of the virtuous and the devotees to destroy those that commits evil on others. He says here, the devotees, he's here to uplift Dharma, and this would have been the reason for his birth into this world. And devotees, and to uplift Dharma and devotees, he takes birth age after age. So tonight, let me welcome you to the birth of Bhagavan Shri Krishna. He says here, the devotees, Vasudeva was married, his beautiful Dulahin, whose name was Devaki. And it says here, the devotees, Kams was the king of Mathura. Just so you understand how Lord Krishna came. But Kams, this king, devotees, was very malicious and feared by all of the citizens of the kingdom of Mathura. Nobody. You think Bornam is bad? This chap more bad than Bornam. Right? And it says here, devotees, because of his evil action, on the day of the marriage of his sister, whose name was Devaki, he says that Kams decided to become, like when the car Marriott, right? He decided to become the driver of the chariot. Sister get married, so he's all happy. He has a beautiful, wonderful brother-in-law, Vasudeva. And devotee says he's charioting the bride and the groom. He says that in the dense forest region, a voice came down from the heaven. And the voice says to Kams that you better be careful, because the 8th child born from your sister is going to destroy you. Now, devotees, Kams at this moment, when he heard this, he says that Kams became not only weak alone, but saying, look, me, doing all of this to carry my brother and sister to their home, I'm doing this kind act, but yet this voice came down from heaven to tell me so. And the voice continued on to say, because of your evil deeds that you're performing. Devotees, understand this. There isn't a single person that is going to do wrong on this earth and they don't pay for it. Hear what I'm telling you. Not a single soul performing wrongful act on this earth and they will be set free from it. And trust me, most of them is going to pay for it right here on this earth. So stop doing wrong. Okay? Don't do wrong. And here, devotees, it says that when Kams heard this prophecy, he was in distress, and on top of being in distress, devotees, he became very agitated and angry. And he sat in the corner, devotees, and he's thinking, what should I do now? The 8th child that is going to be born from my sister is going to destroy me. So what was the fittest thing he thought to do? Look how evil this man is. Right? So he comes to his mind and he says, if I destroy the sister, then no child will be born. Right? You see how evil people thinks? And at that moment, devotees, he says that Kams went and he pulled his sword and ready to draw it on his sister. And at that moment, he says, Vasudeva went and bowed before him and please, save my Dulahi. Here, devotees, it says that when Vasudeva pleaded with Kams, and he promised him while he was pleading, he says that I promise you that every child born from your sister, just as soon as the child is born, I will give them to you. Look at what Vasudeva had to do. And here, devotees, it says, Kams sat and he thought about it over and over and concluded that if devotees he get rid of the children when they're born, then devotees, then he will have nothing to worry about. You see how evil people think? But in order to reinstate devotees and be informed of Vasudeva and Devaki's status, the deal now that Kams is going to make, he says, you know what? Since I'm taking you to the Dolaha house, you're not going to Dolaha house no more. You know where you're going now? Coming back to my kingdom, and I'm going to put you in a jail cell, the two of you. Look how brother is treating his sister. Here, my friends, it says that now Vasudeva and Devaki devotees is in this cell of Kams, And also on top of them being in a cell, jail has bars and things on them, right? Comes still, what did he do? He took his greatest soldiers and placed them in front of the gates of the jail. And here, my friends, he says, as the babies were born, Comes was taking them maliciously, devotees. And when the first child was born, Comes was getting a little bit agitated. When the second one was born, he was getting a little bit more agitated because why you think? One bar, therefore 7 more to go face battle. 2 bar, right? I got 6 more to go battle, right? All the way devotees to the 7th child. At that moment when the 7th child was born, it says that Comes decided to double bar the prison cell, and the 8th one a come now, right? Double bar the prison cell, and devotees reinforce even more soldiers to guard as soon as the 8th child come to be informed. And here, devotees, it was exactly in the middle of the night, as tonight it is called Ashtami, in the middle of the night, on the 8th day on the Hindu month of Bhadrapad. This is Bhadrapad that we're in here right now. And it says, when the blessed moment has arrived, when Bhagwan is going to keep up to the word he told us in chapter 4, verses 7 of the Srimad Bhagavad Gita, of Yada Yada Hi Dhammasya, he's going to come into the world. And devotees, the Lord take birth. This night was called Krishna Janamasthami. That's this night tonight, Krishna Janamasthami. And the Lord himself, devotees, he took birth and he came into this world. And at the time that the Lord, devotees, came, he says it was like when now God is coming. When God comes, devotees, believe it, miracles happens, when the presence of Bhagwan is there. In the presence of Bhagwan, devotees, into your home, you could see when your home is blessed. Why? Because your home becomes beautified. He says your home becomes blessed. Similarly, devotees, here, Bhagwan is coming and great things are going to happen. It says when Bhagwan comes, God knows everything that has been going on in Mathura. So what happens, devotees? He says that particular one, like a night, right? He says that everyone in the entire city of Mathura was what? Sound asleep. Sound asleep. God is coming. He says even so much of the entire city of Mathura was sound asleep, that even the guards that was guarding the gates of the prison cells, devotees, all of a sudden they fall asleep too. And at that moment when Bhagwan Krishna come into the arms of Vasudeva and Devaki, devotees, it says that even when he came there, he says even the cells, the lock on the cells, devotees, start to miraculously open. Scripture, look how beautiful it is. God is coming. And he says here, devotees, as it was open, he says, devotees, after baby Krishna was born, little baby Krishna born. Now Bhagwan knows what was happening. Little baby, he went to his mom and dad and he said, Mommy, here, I got to exchange me another baby born. And devotees, and a baby is born in Gokula. And he says the devotee to a mother whose name was Yashoda. Now devotees, I want you to understand this. Little baby just born. Mothers who are in the mandir here, pay attention to this. Your baby just born, fathers to pay attention. Right? Your baby just born, as soon as he's born, he said, Ma, Daddy, here, are you carrying somewhere for pickle? What would you do? Huh?
You left the baby and run.
You will drop the pick up in the hospital and run. You see, devotees? So Bhagwan Shree Krishna went and he told his mother, Devaki and Vasudeva, he says, take me to devotees to Gokula, and there's a girl baby born there, exchange me with it. So what happened, devotees? Now, Nanda Baba, devotees, what did he do? He says here that Vasudeva placed this divine little baby in a basket, my friends. This is going to be the crib. And he's attempting to cross the river Yamuna. To go over to the other side is where Gokula is. But devotees, he says that the rain was falling. He says that the river was full all the way to the banks. And Vasudeva was having a difficult time to cross this river. But this is what happened. Chalo man Ganga Jamuna ki, oh chalo man, oh chalo man Ganga Jamuna ki. Ganga Jamuna nirmala pani, Ganga Jamuna nirmala pani, Shitala ho Kashmir. Touches that Yamuna devotees, and there's a beautiful katha in the Bhagavatam about why Yamuna devotees did this when Krishna was crossing. And I'm not going to get into that katha right now. But devotees, here it says that as soon as their feet touched that water, what happened to Yamuna Mata? Devotees started to subside. It's like Vasudeva now crossing but on dry land. He got to the other side, devotees, and he got to Gokula. And when he got to Gokula, to the home of Yashoda Ma devotees, what did he do? He exchanged devotees. He left Bhagwan Shree Krishna in Gokula, and he take the child that was born from Yashoda Mata devotees and take it back to devotees to Mathura. Now when this baby came back to Mathura, and remember now Yog Maya is there. Who's Yog Maya devotees? Durga Devi. Right? So baby Durga. And he says here that, my friends, when he exchanged the baby and he went back to Mathura and he placed that little divine baby beside devotees, his beloved Dharmapatni is doing. It says that devotees at that point, what does a baby like to do? Anybody? Yeah. Nitaji said baby like cry. Right? That is true. Some baby, right? So now remember, Yog Maya, she has to create now this scenario to wake everybody back up. So what did Yog Maya started to do? She started to cry. And at that moment, devotees, when Vasudeva placed that little baby of Yog Maya, devotees, it says miraculously, all the gates of the prison started to close. When the baby starts to cry, it says the soldier starts to wake up. And the soldiers, hearing the song of Yogamaya devotees, they rush to Kamsa. And they says, listen, the 8th child is here now. But Raja, understand this. Nothing for you to be fear of. Because the 8th child, according to the song, it looked like one gal. Right? So now devotees, remember when they went there and said, the 8th child is here. He says that devotees, he says that Kamsa became so frightened. But when he heard the word, it looks like when gal come. He started to develop a little bit more strength. So here, my friends, he then, devotees, rushed to the prison cell where his beloved sister and devotees, Devaki, was. And he says here that, my friends, as he rushed into that prison, he rushed, to Devaki's lap, and devotee grabbed hold of that little child, that Yogamaya. And as he grabbed hold of Yogamaya, devotees, Yogamaya immediately flew out of his hand and went up into the air. She's called Yogamaya. Maya means illusion, the mother of illusion. And what happens, devotees? It says that when Ma raises into the air, he says to devotees, to Kamsa, he says, guess what? Your death is waiting for you, my friends. Your death is waiting for you in Gokula, devotees. And this is where I'm going to stop this katha tonight. Now we understand how Bhagwan Shree Krishna came. And then devotees, he says, in the meanwhile, on the other side in Gokula, something beautiful is happening there. Because from the time the baby Krishna starts to cry in Gokula now, and I said Krishna plays the exact same role as you and I would. I was the only child that when I was born, I never cried. Right? So here, devotees, it says that when devotees, Bhagwan Krishna was in Gokula now, he started to cry. The entire village was happy to hear that beautiful song, devotees, that is coming from Yashoda Ma's home. And it says at that point, yes. Here, devotees, in a few moments, all of you will be invited to come forward to rock with baby Krishna. Chula chula ve rahna. Devotees in Gokula, Bhagwan Shree Krishna, Yashoda Ma hold baby Krishna into her hand. And devotees, as a mother would to a child, caressing that child, kissing, loving that child mercilessly. And devotees, when the entire citizens were coming to see that little baby Krishna, they all want to put that baby into a palna. Palna means into a hammock. And they all would wrap that little baby. It says that as they came there, they all take flowers Jesus' feet. They all take Aarti Bhagwanji. And on top of it, devotees, just like when we see a little baby for the first time, they give that baby dakshina. Jula Jula Lalana, Yashoda Maya Jula Lalana. Jula Jula Lalana, Yashoda Maya Jula Lalana. Baby Shree Krishna. He says that baby is moving side by side into that palna, and he will be smiling to those who come. Jula Jula Lalana, Yashoda Maya Lalana. Yashoda Maya Lalana, Yashoda Maya Lalana. Jula Jula prasadam that to Bhagwan Shree Krishna as you feed that beautiful baby that is in that palma. Radha Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, just before I bring this cup down, who didn't go up and rock baby Krishna? I'll give you your last chance to do it before I close this here tonight. I don't want you to leave this mandir without having the darshan and blessings of Prabhu Shree Krishna. Kushal always had a last line. I don't understand this one at all. So there we go. Let us pray to Bhagavan Shree Krishna. I want you to pray tonight, and here's how I want you to pray. Okay, all of you had that opportunity to bless Bhagavan Shri, get the blessings and darshan of Bhagavan Shri Krishna this evening. But now, I want you to hold that murti of Bhagavan Shri Krishna, put it over here, right? Here, form in your mind. And I want you to think of somebody who's going through problems and difficulties in their life this time. Okay? Pray for them. This is what we as children of Bhagavan, we should do at all times. Let us pray for them. Help them in their difficult moments. And Bhagavan, you know, it says that a selfless person is a person who do not pray about for themselves, but they pray for the entire world. So here, devotees, let us pray. Let's make our world a better place. And here we pray. Remember that Bhagavan Shri Krishna, he came. And upon doing so, my friends, he made miracles on this earth. Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsa Chalu Maredanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagate Guru Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangulam Kehte Girim Yat Kripatamaham Vande Paramanandamahadevam. Devotees, on a day like this today, our loving sister Srimati Shirley, her mom would have passed away. And to many of us, my friends, we may know somebody who's going through problems and difficulties. We ask of that Bhagwan, that Lord, may you make miracles happen. Mukam karoti vachalam, that you can make the dumb speak, the crippled can walk, the deaf can hear, the blind can see. So what is the problem in this world, devotees, that Lord cannot solve? We ask that may the energy reach these members within and uplift them in their dull moments. Krishnaya Vasudevaya
विश्वं शान्ति पृथिवी शान्ति रामा शान्ति दोषदय शान्ति वनस्पति शान्ति विश्वदेव शान्ति ब्रह्मा शान्ति सर्वं शान्ति शान्तिरेव शान्ति सामा शान्ति ॐ शान्ति 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 हरि ओम. Shall we all bow? ॐ गुरु ब्रह्मा गुरु विष्णु गुरुदेवो महेश्वरा गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः.
प्रेम से बोलो वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की प्रेम से बोलो श्री सत्य सनातन वैदिक धर्म की सब संतन की जय जय सीताराम. Devotees, I want to say thanks to each and every one of you for coming out and being such a grand celebration here this evening as we all gather in this Krishna Janamasthami. As you know, devotees, our Sunday service continues every Sunday morning here at the Mandir, and I want to say thank you to all of you who are volunteering to make this place such a beautiful place. May you continue to do so in uplifting it. So to each and every one of you, again, it was my pleasure and my blessings to be in your company this evening, and I look forward to see you as the week coming ahead. To those of our viewers who are watching us into the various platforms that is available, I also want to say thank you so much. It's also always a blessing to have you in our company and to accept us to come into your home. We look forward to seeing you on Sunday as we continue on in satsang. Prem se bolo Shri Ramachandra Bhagwan ki jai.